All right, just wrapped up the oil change. Woo. The sky is making some noise. It's raining, and I have to ride down some pretty interesting cobblestone roads. I don't think I'm gonna go. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna make it in one piece. I'll be in one piece, but the bike I think is gonna go down. And it may slide all the way down a cobblestone road. You're gonna wanna see this. Let's see what happens.
My family was trying to get a hold of me to let me know that my grandfather had been admitted to the hospital. Apparently he had a pretty serious heart attack. So I'm on my way down there right now to spend time with him. You know, this is one of those moments where you've made a certain number of decisions in your life.
People seem to have rain gear ready, as if they were expecting this.
And I'm really happy at this moment that I've spent the time with my grandfather that I have. It's been great. I don't have any regrets. We don't really know if he's gonna pull through or not. He's 85. If he doesn't, then he's 85. He's had a good life, and I've had a good life sharing that with him. The reason I came back from New Mexico was to spend time with family during a time that I felt like was going to be very important to spend time with family. And so I've been back here about 2 months now. A lot of these moments have come up where I've had this opportunity to be with family, and it was important. It's been good. And it also really put me in touch with the fact that I can do things right now that I'm not going to be able to do forever. I'm heading down to see my grandfather. I'm going to take him off life support today and see how he does. There's a chance that he'll be okay for a little while, and there's a chance that he won't be okay. You know, in the last years, his mind's been slipping a little bit. He's still pretty much okay, but I mean, he will tell the same stories pretty much back to back sometimes, so you know that part of things is starting to go. It kind of got me thinking about the idea of the deterioration of our minds. You know, it's a tough thing to watch, and then also we don't like sitting through the same stories over and over again. Hearing the whole broken record scenario taking place. But it kind of got me thinking. It seems that the stories that we end up repeating when we get older are the stories that have been on our minds during our lifetime. They're part of the narrative that we've created, the moments that we've picked out of our life as defining or exciting or for some reason worth remembering, whether good or bad. And those are what we're left with at the end. So what if that broken record was a broken record that kept repeating gratitude, love, and good, positive memories from our lives?
Well, this guy seems to know what he's doing.
Would it be so bad to sit there with somebody who
it's pretty.
couldn't remember that they just told you how grateful they were for you in their life, and so they said it again? Would it be that bad for them to live in a perpetual state of gratitude and love? It seems to me that if we can start wiring together the stories,
I'm glad I'm here for this. This is cool.
and the feelings that we want to be the last to go in our lives.
Really, just peeing on all the cars.
When there's nothing else really left of our minds, those things will be left. Challenge that narrative that you've got right now, that those things that you would say, those are my defining moments. Deal with some of the things that your mind keeps telling you need to remember so you don't get hurt that way again. Start challenging that narrative, because I don't know that I've ever met somebody that isn't in a somewhat of a state of delusion.
Oh, shit.
That includes me, by the way.
This is bad.
You know, getting to the end of your life and dealing with dementia, it doesn't look good.
I don't want to go up this.
But living your whole life in a state of delusion, where you've created a narrative
I'm underwater. Everybody's underwater.
out of very particular moments in your life that you consider defining or important, and then pushing aside all the other memories, how much more damaging is that?
Oh, rainbow. Nice. We're killing it today.
My grandfather He passed away yesterday morning, and now I'm on the way to his funeral. He passed away yesterday morning at 4:30. When we took him off life support, his lungs started filling up with fluid immediately, to the point where I thought, there's no way this is going to last more than a couple of minutes, because it sounded like he was drowning. And it wasn't over quickly. It lasted for about 8 hours. That was his struggle. That was something that the family wanted to find a way to take from him and to send him on his way quickly and easily and pain-free. And while there was a certain element of pain-free to it with some of the medication that they gave him, the struggle was still present. And, you know, in a situation like that, you're immediately confronted with somebody else's pain, and if you're an empathetic person, sometimes you're even feeling their pain.
And I have time for this.
But there was something, and I got this sense that there was something really special about the fight and the struggle. That it's a gift to each of us. That something could have been happening in that moment that was preparing him for what was next.
Look how pretty the sky is, though.
Even though it was painful to watch, it was not something I wanted to take from him. I wanted to honor him in that process and to believe in him and respect him enough to say, yes, this is your struggle and this is your obstacle. This is your gateway into whatever's next. And it is a painful process, but it's yours. And you may never get this chance again.
All right. Let's get back in it. And this isn't really a hard rain. I mean, it's raining, but I mean, I know it rains harder.
Yeah. It's easy oftentimes for me to think of love as taking away somebody's pain or their burden or their obstacle or their struggle. And I've learned that that's just not always true, and I would say most of the time not true. Comforting people and compassion is not as simple as it sounds. And so while I didn't want to take away that struggle from him, I was able to be there, and I stayed with him till the end. My mom and I stayed and just let him know, hey, we're here. And we can't do this for you. This is something you have to do, and you will reap the rewards of this struggle. You will pass through because of this struggle. But we'll be here with you to the end. We believe in you, and we respect you enough to honor your process.
There's cops everywhere. I don't know what they're doing here. But they don't have gear. I think they're like, I don't know. I don't think they have any guns. I haven't really looked, and some of them are like pretty good looking women, so I don't know what's going on. But they hang out in packs like they're afraid. Oh shit. They should be. I'm coming for you, cop women. Gonna bring my own brand of justice. Oh, rainbow and a church, huh? Come on. You get a rainbow and a church. Somebody should take a picture of that and do a burnout. Okay, the FSPF in effect, y'all. They have a walkie-talkie, perhaps some mace or a stick. Ooh, that one, he's got a gun. That guy's got a gun. All right, glad that's over with. I think they were trying to stop me, which is interesting. I'm not sure if they're chasing me or... But when you say hey, hey, and you whistle, I ain't stopping for that. I got stuff to do. Speed bump. There's a speed bump under there.
Man from the back seat, said I would